This is a tutorial made in 2.9 and works for 2.8 and newer. 2.7 is noticeably different. To start off, as soon as you open Blender, you'll see the 3D viewport. In the top left, you have context commands, which experienced users usually ignore as they use shortcuts. This details everything you can do with the current state you're in. For instance, if I switch to edit mode, the commands change. To the left, you have the toolbar, brought up with T. Hover over them for shortcuts and an explanation. These are also context sensitive. To your top right, you have viewport filters, overlays, shaders, and navigation gizmos. Onto the rest of the screen. To your top right, you have the outliner. You can hide, select, or form collections for particle systems or sorting. To your right, you have the properties panel. It is once again context sensitive. At the very top is the active tool. The same settings are in the ribbon. Everything is self-explanatory. The render engines include Eevee, a real-time renderer, Cycles, a ray tracer, and Workbench for previews. On the bottom you have the timeline, on the top you have settings and workspaces. In Edit, Preferences, Key Map, you can change key bindings. Search menu is important, as you can find all other commands and their hotkeys. In the Add-ons tab, you can install add-ons by clicking the checkbox. There are plenty to download. For instance, Extra Mesh gives me more primitives. Everything below Monkey comes from that. For navigation, you have scroll wheel for zoom, middle mouse to rotate, and shift middle mouse to pan. In the numpad, 1, 3, 7, 9 snap to front, side, top, and bottom view. 2, 4, 6, 8 lets you rotate in increments. 5 toggles orthographic view. 0 toggles camera view, and period centers camera on selected. In the viewport, Shift spacebar gives quick toolbar, G to grab with XYZ to lock, S to scale, R to rotate, X to delete, Shift S to snap, Shift A to add, Shift D to duplicate, click and drag or B for box select, C for circle select, I for keyframes. Hit Tab to enter edit mode. Every previous command still works, but now E to extrude, I to inset, Ctrl B to bevel, Ctrl R to loop cut. Z for shading, and N for in panel. Basic commands like Ctrl S for save still work.